Hi everyone and welcome to the GFS Gallery. You're probably thinking, what on earth is going on? Well, I'll explain absolutely everything after we've maintained the cichlid tank, and make sure you stay tuned right to the end because I've got some of the most exciting news that I've ever announced on this channel. So as you can see on the walls behind me, we've moved the tanks away from the walls. We're going to redecorate the GFS Gallery. We've got our friend and decorator Andrew in to help us. Professional decorator who's going to do an epic job. The walls are going to be just an off-white, but they're going to be a super high quality endurance paint which is wipeable. So in case of any splashes and dirt, etc., it will remain intact. And more importantly for me, it gives me an opportunity to reconfigure the gallery. We can put the tanks in different places, we can get new tanks, we can get rid of old tanks, and there's infinite potential to create whatever we want. So I'm still in the planning stages of what we're actually going to do. We're more than likely going to keep the Aquascape 1200, 600 and the Flex. Not sure about the 300 Nimrod's tank. We'll probably rehome Nimrod. I've got a couple of Dua Terrascapes to set up. We'll keep the Malawi cichlid tank in the Awase Highline 175. That's going to stay exactly where it is. I'm going to keep the Biorb as well because that's perfect on my new desk. But I'm super excited. I've not been excited like this for a long time. It's so great to have this opportunity to create a new space, hopefully to help educate and inspire you guys. And of course, I'll take you along the whole journey. So the Aquascape 1200, passionate about this Aquascape. It's been running for what, 16, 17 months now, gradually evolved over the months, had massive crypt melt about a month or so ago. And I'm debating whether to keep it going or not. Let me know in the comments what you think. 75% decided I'm going to rescape it. I've got a couple of new light units to try out. I've got the Kessel 360Xs, which are an upgrade of the current 360W Tuna Suns. I did run the Twin Stars on and off for a while, and I've decided I do prefer the Kessels on this scape. So more than likely we'll run the new Kessels on the new scape if I do a new scape. Probably reuse a load of the epiphyte plants. These have been growing in. Some of these are over a year old, of course, and it would be a shame to get rid of them. When I do the rescape, it will be largely based on a similar plant choice, but I'll go for a completely different layout in terms of hardscape composition, etc. Might even keep the same fish. Love these fish. Shrimp is breeding like crazy again, so this is good news. And yeah, we're just really pumped about doing something new with this if I do. Or do I keep it going? Just let me know in the comments what would you do. So the Aquascape 600 looking great. There's actually quite a lot of algae in here. Now one of the reasons for that is I'm getting loads of direct sunlight smashing into the scape, getting loads of like blanket weed algae, like a real fine thread green algae. Almost convinced this is caused by this excess light, and I don't have enough CO2 and nutrients to deal with the light, so everything's out of balance, hence we get the algae. Now I'll probably keep this scape going. I really like it. It's got some really nice crypts that are just starting to mature nicely. Need to trim the stems at the back, that's no problem. The shrimp are breeding like mad in there again, so this is good news. Twin Star light on there, running really well. Might put the Twin Star Nano Plus on there, which is designed to hopefully help treat the algae or prevent any more algae from occurring. Definitely boosts oxygen levels, so this is a good thing. And yeah, so probably keep this going, but more importantly, going to move both the scapes directly behind the camera right now, because that area there is sheltered from the direct sunlight, so we're not going to run into as many algae issues. Okay, this is a bit embarrassing, and I don't normally show off my neglect, so to speak, but I have neglected these aquariums in terms of not giving them any liquid fertilizer for the plants, or I've run out of CO2 on the 300 cube. And the result is loads of algae, loads of poorly plants. I have been looking after the fish have been well fed, and I have been changing the water, so fish welfare has been looked after. So a couple of options with these. I'm going to 100% rescape this Fluval Flex for a brand new project for Tropica, and I'm going to rehome Nimrod. So a couple of options. Number one, we put him in the Flex and he has this whole aquarium to himself. Number two, we keep him in the cube and we rescape the cube. Number three, I'm actually considering getting rid of the cube because it actually isn't available on the market anymore, and actually might put Nimrod in one of the Duoterras. So at the bottom layer they have a water section which I think Nimrod might thrive. So a few options there. Let me know in the comments, guys, which of those options would you choose? So I'm probably going to get rid of this cabinet or use it for something else. It's a 900mm cabinet or 3 feet long. None of the aquariums fit on there properly, so it doesn't look great with, you know, a non-fitting aquarium. I might use this for a TV or games console, and then get a dedicated stand for the Fluval Flex. They do produce their own cabinet stand for this tank. And then if I do get rid of the cube, I'll probably keep the cabinet and put the Duoterra 30 on there. I do think it will fit on there quite nicely, and the colour does match the Aquascape 600 as well, so it would be nice to have this colour matching. So still lots to think about, lots of different areas to position things. I really need to think in terms of practicalities and aesthetics. Definitely want to get the tanks away from this area here where there's loads of direct light coming in, so this area around here is shaded. Maybe a seating area over here so we can really view the tanks, really enjoy them. And just so much to think about. It's really exciting, but it's also a little bit overwhelming because there's so many options. But I am really interested to know what you guys think. Maybe you've got some ideas about different scapes, what I should do. Let me know what you think. You might come up with an idea that I haven't thought of, I might implement. So do drop me a comment below, guys. Really appreciate it. Okay, thank you so much for watching right to the end. As promised, I do have some very exciting news. I have signed a contract to write a book on aquascaping. I've been considering it for many years, but to actually be approached by a well-known publisher, Skyhorse Publishing, based in New York. They approached me, asked me if I wanted to write a book on aquascaping, and I said yes. So now I've signed, I have to do it, which is great. I've block booked a load of time off to write it, going to use majority of my own images as well. It's going to be very much a practical guide to aquascaping, some do's and don'ts, some inspirational photos as well, some step-by-steps. And I think there's a gap in the market for it. I think there's a demand for a decent book on aquascaping, and I'm really excited to be able to announce this to you. So hopefully it'll be available before the end of the year. I can't promise that, but fingers crossed it gets published and available for Christmas time. How awesome would that be? So thanks again for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you're excited about the progress and the new plans for the GFS Gallery as well. I can't wait to take you on the journey. If you do enjoy this video, guys, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up button, leave me a comment below, read all your comments, and they're always really appreciated. You take care, keep on scaping. Cheerio.